going to look at how we can customize this both aesthetically and with some really important settings. So you can see alongside the banner here at the top of our stream, we can click on the Customize button. From here, you can change the banner on your stream. You can use the Select Photo button to select from a predetermined list from Google, but also you can upload your own photo so it can become a little more personalized. So you can see that there's some here that you can choose from. They're categorized as well. It is a limited option and they are quite generic, but if that meant that that was perfect for what you were looking for, then feel free to choose one of those. You can also select a color theme as well, which just changes the color of the text and stuff in your Google Classroom. So we're going to save that, and then we're going to look at some of the settings. Now, it's really important that you address the settings element before you start to add pupils to your Google Classroom. That ensures that you've got the Google Classroom set up in a way that you want it to function. So in the top right-hand corner here, you'll see the little settings cog. If we click here, you'll see the class details that you put in at the start. So my class name is Learn About Google Classroom, and the subject is CLPL. So as we scroll down, you can see some general information, invitation codes. So you can, there's two ways that you can invite pupils. You can send an invitation link, which is a URL, or you can show them your class code. You can actually turn these off as well. So if you want pupils not to share this class code so that other pupils don't join, or not to share that link, then you can simply turn that off and it means no additional pupils can access your classroom. It also gives you the invitation link and the class code here, so if you wanted to access that nice and easily. This is really important, the stream and the classwork, because different ages and different stages will want this set up completely differently, and this is totally down to you as the teacher, for you have full control of this. So within the stream, which is our kind of live feed, you can determine whether you want students to be able to post and comment, which means they can post new messages and also they can comment on existing messages. Can students only comment on teacher messages, or can only teachers post and comment? So that's entirely up to you, whether or not you want to give them full access by posting and commenting, or give them limited access by only the teachers posting and comment, or something in the middle. You can also turn this on, which means that if a pupil does post or comment and then it's deemed inappropriate and they delete it without them thinking you see it, you will be able to see all deleted items so that you have a bit of an idea of what's happened. We also have Guardian Access, which you can turn on. We're going to come to that a little bit later in this series. So Guardian Access, formerly known as Guardian Summaries. You will also have the ability to turn on your Meet link, which if you were doing remote learning in any form, you will always have a Google Meet link established for your Google Classroom. It just makes it nice and easy for you to communicate with pupils in that class. And then we get on a little bit more to marking. So a draft mark is the mark that a pupil will be assigned if they do not hand in work. So by default, it's 0. You may want to change this, or you may want to turn it off. And then an overall mark calculation gives you a couple of options. You can, and this is a way that they aggregate scores on Google Classroom. So you can have a total points, which, let's say for example you have 4 essays all equally weighted, then the points from each of the essays would be added up out of 100 and then they would be given an average. Weighted by category means that maybe an essay is slightly more important or has slightly more marks than the others, so you can weight that by category and then that will give them their total mark as well. You can add mark categories, which means it's much easier for pupils, for example, to see their homework mark, their essay mark, and maybe their assessment marks. And they just organize them by category so that it's not one overall mark. Lots to play with in the settings, but really important just to focus on the stream and the classwork so you get it set up the way you want it to work in the first instance. And as you go on, all of these things will show their use within Google Classroom.